Hi, and welcome to the July 2025 Crystal Ball readings. I'm Lynnette Hart, most of you will know me, and I use my crystal ball here to give me signs and symbols, which I create a little mini reading for you for your zodiac sign for July 2025. Okay, she also gives me an energy reading for the month of July, and I will also interpret that one for you. Okay. I do legally have to say, we have in the UK, that this is a form of entertainment, and any information that gets given to you is entirely your responsibility what you do with it, okay? And I also have to stress I am not an astrologist. Okay, I'm a psychic medium. So we'll start off with what she's given me so far, which is the general energy. Now, she gave me a general energy of transmuting and transformation, okay? Now, transmuting energies, basically energies that come from various different places. Obviously, if you're spiritual, it's more from guides or the cosmos, earth, that type of thing. But you also could pick up a lot of energies from people around you and events that are going on and things like that. And they can be very difficult to transmute into your psyche or into your mind, body, and soul. All right. The best thing you can do with this is be kind to yourself. Just release what no longer feels like that's for you, and just be kind and just release, and just eventually you'll find that it'll transform. And it could, what I mean by transformation, it's more like you could just have a change in your mind over something. You could start eating differently, be more aware of what you are eating, what your choices are, and things like that. So it's very the transmuting can be a bit hard on people, because it just seems to come. I would say out of the blue. It's usually around you, but probably haven't picked it up into your psyche. Um, but it does usually lead to some form of transformation, if not more transformation in multiple areas of your life. Okay. So that's the general energy she's giving you for July. But I do say that is an ongoing energy, going with everything that's going on in the, we'll put in quotes, the world at the minute. So we'll move on to the zodiac signs. And this, for Aries, she's given me a group of people, but then there's a fogginess about it. So to me, it looks like a group of people listening to one person only, because it's the one person in this group that's standing and saying things, and either preaching or demanding, or is standing because it wants to be heard, but it's not being heard by the rest of the group. So there's different things quite going on here. The foggy element is like lack of clarity over this situation, and just like I said, not being heard or controlled, that type of thing. So there's a fogginess about this group. So check what's going on in your life, especially around your family, friends, work, things like that, and just see where this is possibly playing through. I mean, it could be you trying to be heard, and the people that you're with are not listening to you for whatever reason. Just try to think about what that's about. But whatever it is, it's something that needs looking at, and rearranging, possibly, is a word I'd want to say. Um, but yeah, so a group of people are fogging us for Aries. That's an interesting one. For Taurus, I got one spirit and one animal spirit. All right, I couldn't seem to really define the face of the spirit. I did try, but it was like it was out there, not quite coming in. And partly this is due to, because maybe you'd be struggling for your guides to be heard. All right, so they're asking you because for whatever reason you're blocking, and that could be for many reasons. Even if you're a very spiritual person, sometimes if you're a bit emotional for something, or something's distracted, there's a lot of distraction going on at the minute, and they're just asking you, your guides, to use your gut instinct to guide yourself. All right. So it says the blocks around you are possibly due to a situation you feel helpless in. I put helpless in brackets, or confused thoughts. Okay, but as I said, there's a lot going on at the minute. Also, ground yourself to clear your energies with smudging will help that process. All right. So they are trying to get through to you. And yes, some of them may be getting through, but these two Pacific ones, this one spirit and this animal spirit, is specifically trying to get through to you. All right. So, but use your gut instinct in the meantime. Okay. So that's for Taurus. Gemini, I've got two figures laying side by side, right? And they're looking up at a house, but the house looks like it's in the clouds. Okay. It's quite a nice house, but it's in the clouds. So it felt there's two things going on here. For me, it felt there's a lot of physical energy here. So by that I mean good relationships going on and possibly like building foundations of relationships. That means maybe if it's a new relationship, it's building that foundation with some future in it. It could be that there's real-time house moves going on, affecting a relationship or things like that. But it also can indicate a very strong soul bond, all right, where you're working at a higher cosmic level, higher consciousness level. But both are good, both are good, but they both need more solidifying. That's a lovely word, isn't it? Solidifying on Earth's pathways. All right. So for a physical relationship that you've maybe already got and you're maybe planning to move, yes, that process needs to be put into place and put plans into it. So you're solidifying that. Where it's a soul bond, then there's a connection that needs to be brought more to a physical level. All right, whether that's just talking or whatever. So that's for Gemini. Quite an interesting one. Cancer, I've got two figures, one in light, one in shade. Okay. The light figure looks like he's pulling and reforming. Okay. And I kind of saw like there was a lot of like debris around him, and he was pulling it together and putting the foundations back together. The darker shadow or the shaded shadow, he's the one that's been doing all the hard work. He's like the hermit one, looking into the deep self. So this actually could be just soul work we're talking about. And these two figures could actually be just the one person. All right. So you've got your as you are in daytime, at night time when you're reflecting and dreaming and you're going deep into your own psyche and things like that, and you're reflecting and throwing out what no longer serves you. So this could actually just be the one person, and this is the work that you're physically and mentally soul-wise doing. Okay. It also could mean that there's two people that've got a bit of a complexity of issues going on here. So there's a bit of a to and a fro, but ultimately the light side is the brighter. Okay. And reform your life in some way. So whatever's going on here, if it's two people, it is ultimately a better way forward. All right. Whether that's separately or together. All right. So that's for Cancer. For Leo, I got a lovely, lovely bright pathway. And I couldn't really see anything on it. It just looked nice and bright, looked quite a bit rocky in places, but that's life. And then a beautiful feather above it. And the feather had the colours of the solar plexus on it. So it really feels like to me that it's going to be hopefully a reasonably okay month for you. So, and with the events coming in, or maybe rewards coming in for you that you've been anticipating, or unexpected rewards. All right. That could be even good health, things like that. So whatever it is, it feels like there's going to be improvements. And probably instead of life going like that, hopefully life might go a little bit more like a ripple. So I'm not saying there's nothing going to, it's just that energy, isn't it? So the feather is, like I said, it was the solar plexus chakra color, which indicates a deeper connection to self, instinct, and spirit, ultimately, and it's healing for you. All right. So that felt quite good for Leo, really, for this month. So I hope it manifests okay for you. So, Virgo, I got a face shrouded with a, the only thing way I can describe it is a hermit's hat, a cape type thing. And then people were gathered around near him. So it looks like for some of you, you'll be going into your shell. That's what we call hermit mode, really. And people are waiting and supporting you in this process. The flip side of this is that you need to come out of your hermit reflection mode, and the people are waiting for you to come out of it, come out of your shell. So it's kind of flip side, and it could be that you're a bit of both for Virgo this month. Um, it's never going into hermit mode is always good for reflection and just get yourself a bit of quiet time. But you've got to get it right. If you're too far into hermit mode, it can lead to a bit of a depression or low mood. So you always have to reflect on when you're in hermit mode. But either way, there's either people supporting you, that's why the people are around you, or there's people going to be celebrating when you come out of that mode. All right. So that's quite an interesting one for Virgo. Right. Now for Libra, she just gave me what she normally gives me when someone's got house issues going on, not necessarily bad issues. So for me, that is obviously housing. So this could mean thinking about actually moving, redecorating, extending, just a bit of refurbishment. That could be just buying a few cushions from the wherever and enjoying your space. So, and that's all she's given me for Libra. Just very simple, although moving isn't simple. Putting extensions on isn't simple. Even decorating isn't, not for me anyway. so, um, but it's all about the house for Libra this month. Okay. So whatever you're thinking or planning or think, no, I'm going to have to do that and whatever, or you're looking forward to it, or maybe just investigating what's out there, things like that. It's all about the house. Okay. So that's for Libra. Now for Scorpio, this one made me laugh. I got a pair of boots. Well, in the UK at the minute we've got a heat wave, so I don't understand why we got boots because it's. But what did come to mind was that song. I think it's an old song. I think it's an Nancy Sinatra song. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it's these boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Because one of these days, these boots are going to walk all over you. So that's what I got after I picked up the pair of boots. But on the other hand, that's what my mum would sing. She's feeling as if she wants to be more confident and needed to stand the ground with somebody. So that's so I feel as if for some of you it is about being more confident and standing your ground. All right, for some of you. For some of you, it might be about going out walking more and enjoying that and connecting with nature and earth because it's a grounding. Um, I didn't think it was a bit early for winter boots, but like I said earlier, but then I thought, well, you might find some in the sales. Maybe so go out and find some last year's for sales if you're not that proud. I'm not. Or maybe you just need to get new work boots. That's an interesting thought. But whatever it is, it's about boots. Get your boots, get your feet on the ground, and see where it's going to set you, Scorpio. Okay. Sagittarius, I got a very big full moon. All right, very bright, very shiny. Um, but I had to think about this one. I thought, yeah, is it literally telling me about a full moon? But then I started thinking about it, and the things that were coming to my mind was it's about cycles in life because the moon's a cycle, isn't it? So to me, that's about beginnings and endings on different levels. More is more pronounced now. Okay. From a spiritual perspective, more downloads and cosmic consciousness energy will be noticed by you now. Excuse the cuckoo clock. And some of you may have like these eureka moments. All right. So it's there, but it's all about your life cycle. All right. So you could a lady who's listed to this, it could be that it's menopausal. Been through that, got that t-shirt, and that's exactly what you're going through. Or it's that type of thing. It's life cycle. It's predominantly is about women, the life cycle, because obviously for obvious reasons. But it is about your cycles in life. All right, beginnings and endings, whatever shape they may take. So that's Sagittarius. Okay, Capricorn. She gave me dividing lines, but the people were talking in the background. All right. Now, that very much felt to me but that you've got choices in life, there's divisions in life, but talking to other people will help you choose the right pathway for you. Okay, ultimately it's your responsibility, what choice you make. But this is more about people helping to make that decision. All right, giving you some clarity. All right. So that felt very short and brief for Capricorn, but that's all that she gave me. Okay. For Aquarius, she gave me little pieces like jigsaws, but it had like partly buildings on it. So I'm thinking it was like building blocks. It wasn't Lego or anything like that. It was jigsaw blocks. So it feels like to me for Aquarius, there's some kind of restructuring going on in your life at one level at least. All right. So there's obviously different levels in people's life. The jigsaw is still shattered, not shattered, scattered, should I say, sorry, and needs to be put together. All right. However, whatever you're doing it right because you've got all the pieces of the jigsaw there. But it could be that it's just time and patience for you to get the life restructuring fully back in place, or a new image coming up, a new foundation, a new picture coming up, a new way coming up. But whatever it is, you've got all the pieces. You just haven't learned how to put them in the right order and build it. All right. But as I said, that a lot of that is usually time and patience. So it sounds like it's onwards and upwards for some people for Aquarius. Okay. But as I said, that could be many different things in your life. All right. It could be something small or something quite eventful in your life. All right. So we come to Pisces. And I saw this figure step back. And I thought, what's he looking at? And there's this very, very bright light, very, very, very bright. And I'm thinking, gosh, that's so. I wanted to go back like this, but just thinking about it was very, very bright light. So it felt very dazzling, this bright light, and it felt it was putting confusion in there. So this figure would step back from it, step back. So it's time for you to step back, Pisces, to look at the bigger picture, right? And reflect on what is the right path for you as well. There's choices for you here, but take your time. Opportunities will arise because you've been dazzled so much at the minute, you're not seeing the right picture. That's the only way I can describe it. So it's suggesting this small, darker figure stepping back. It's suggesting go into bigger picture mode, step back mode, reflection mode, whatever you want to call it. But that's what you need to do to get the full clarity of the picture of what your next forward step is. All right. So that's for Pisces. So now for endings, it's obvious from this reading, or this reading, there's a lot of different energies coming in. I mean, you only got to see what's going on around the world. There's a lot of different energies, whether it's from the earth, cosmos, global events, personal events. There's a lot going on. And I think this is why she's given me the energy of transmuting and transformation to give you that advice to help you navigate it. And it's not easy. I've had a lot of navigation to do these last 3 months, a lot of events, shall we say, going on in my life at all levels. And it's been hard work. Can't say it hasn't. And that's why you've not heard from me for 3 months on the crystal ball readings. But that's just a learning curve. It's just life, isn't it? So it is about trying to step back, because that's come up a few times in the readings. It's about stepping back, protecting yourself, grounding yourself, centering yourself, whichever terminology you want to use, but be kind to yourself, because there's an awful lot going on. And the better we stay in that calm mode, that love mode, that high energy mode, the better things will start to settle. All right. So, but everything is very, very fast moving at the minute, and it'll probably remain that for most of 2025. But there's a bigger picture coming in. It's a good bigger picture. It just needs some settling. Okay. So if my voice is going, don't take long nowadays. So hope you're enjoying the heat wave in UK at the minute. It's a bit, we're not done too bad, not done too bad with the heat wave, but my dogs are suffering a little bit, but hopefully it's going to cool down a bit more tomorrow, so the poor little loves can get out a bit more tomorrow. So, and they're just flopping around all over the place at the minute. So well, I think I'm doing that as well. So not very good in that weather. So anyway, that's all for July crystal ball readings for 2025, and I'll hopefully see you next month. Bye.